Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He made sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Finna look at my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof who collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Baby lay, waist snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Babe, back on Monday, throw rock body. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what plastic. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum, always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it. Everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go, your man, with my name in your mouth. I do the Maybach on Monday, throw rock Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways, sideways, sideways.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
319! 319! Jump out! Zone, zone. Zone, zone. Jump out!
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go. Check safety. Red, up. Blue.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And incomplete to open things up.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Red, up. 18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And down he'll go at the 25. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Clay Matthews in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Red, up. Lock in.
Here's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And got his man complete. A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 41 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Red, up. We go.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Clay Matthews in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Red, up. Hey, 18.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 44. Yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
18. Stop. 180.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Nick Perry coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Trubisky, draw play, gives to Howard, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go. Move. 180. Red, up.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd and 5. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
Now it's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Trey Burton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And Pointer, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a play fake here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So they come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter.
Red, up.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Trubisky now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost.
18.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On second down, it's Bell. Nice. Now Bell hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cameron. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. From the gun on 3rd down. Cameron. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Watch it now, Marty. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Cameron. And that is incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Gun.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Cameron. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Trubisky will throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Trubisky to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Trubisky now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kenny Clark in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Howard. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check, butt set. Check, butt set. 18.
Back to throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Clay Matthews in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And running with power here. Finding Gabriel complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 18. 4 down. 180. 36.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
180.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Bears on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Howard. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back to throw. Cameron throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Looking to throw. Cameron. And Adams has it. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The result, a first down, as a quick slant gets him 14. On first down, Cameron over the middle. That's caught by Adams. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Off the play fake. Cameron. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
To throw on third down. Cameron lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter. Of play. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Hey, check 20.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Bears on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complimentary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Howard. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
You see it? You see it?
Here's Trubisky. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Nick Perry in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again. Clay Matthews. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it.
It's caught inside the 25. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 63 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. The quick slant caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Graham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2.
319. Zoom.
Now Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter. The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles? It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game. I want a double reverse, don't you? I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation. We'll see what happens here. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go. Their time to shine. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Red, up.
Here's Trubisky. Hard throw, incomplete. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do? Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly. Yep, 2-score game. Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there. Rodgers to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. This is Bell on the dump-off. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let it, and this will be caught at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Chicago, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
telling me avoid the system. Hoping I ain't lose religion, texting prayer hands, hope the message sending on. Know I've been blessed, I've been seeing prophets, mostly yellow shirts, louder than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling everybody, safe to say the man got me on. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me now? All in my system, and the one I'm kissing. Extensions, I don't look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud. Hear me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me, hear me now? 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 Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could've had a president. Guess that I was happy mad. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to school me, but I've been a genius. Daddy looking more like home since I'm not. Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me?